Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
And here he is. Sugar. Expectations are sky high for this fight. Will it live up to the hype? We're about to find out.
Todd, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. Catch and shoot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
And he scores with the counter. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That hook doesn't score. Good counter punching. Those counter punches have to hurt. That counter shot lands. That jab doesn't score. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talking about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Incredible work rate. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Punch, counter punch. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
There's a counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't.
There's the bell to start round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Can't land the jab there. He blocks the jab. Nice counter shot. It bombs away. Beautiful counter shot. Good counter punch. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Just missed with that hook. The perfect counter lands. You can't score with that uppercut. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Somebody don't...
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter shot. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. How about that time counter shot? Insane action. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. So much for boxing. This is a fight. That counter punch caught him clean. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance.
There's the bell to start round 5. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Apparently hitting his opponent in the face isn't enough. He wants to rub it in. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout. There's the bell for round 6. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Jab won't score. You'd like to see more jabs. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice exchange here from both men. Beautiful counter punch. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Both men step back for just a moment. Misses with the straight left. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how... And there's the bell for round 7. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter punch. That counter shot lands. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Well done with that counter shot. They exchange punches. You know, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. fast hands and power.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrating, because if you let him get away with it, he close you down.
That one lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? There's the bell to start round 8. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. We wanted action, and they are delivering. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Do you believe this? That time counter shot. This is a high-octane battle. Nothing like a little taunting to get your opponent riled up. Beautiful counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Jab not finding its target. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And that's it, a unanimous